Thanks for stopping by Block Market Television. Hit the like and subscribe. I highly appreciate it. I want to thank y'all for stopping by, listening to my videos, and taking up some of your time with me. So I highly appreciate it. Thank y'all. This story here, I'm gonna talk to y'all about actually living through slavery. And I know that y'all probably say, well, there's no way by your age limit that you lived through slavery. But in SCDC and I'm gonna say between 97 and 2002 or 3, they was actual practicing modern day slavery. Um, I was down at Lee County, and they had this program that they came up with, the field crew. And in the field crew, what happens by Lee County being a level 3 yard, okay, so everywhere that you move, you got to be in restraints from belly chains to leg chains, with the chain running through the middle. You got to be in full restraint because of the custody that we was in. So they came up with this thing called field crew down there. If you don't grow it, you don't eat. That was their motto. If you don't get up and go grow it, you don't eat. I mean, modern day slavery. I'm about to walk y'all through it. Um, so in the morning, like I say, we eat breakfast around about starting around 5:45 to between to 6:30. By 6:30, all the dorms usually done been to the kitchen, unless it's fog on the yard. Everybody know fog on the yard, no movement. Um, so or if something happened and they just running behind, like you might have an early morning fight or something. So that'll set the line, the backs, and the time slots back. But more than anything, by 6:30, all the dorms or units, depending on what they call them on the yard you in, have eaten. So on the side of the yard that I was on, we was eating. We was finished by 6:30 just about every morning, especially Monday through Friday when the field going out there. So this is what they do. We line up in the kitchen. We're in the back of the kitchen. They walk you out to this black loading dock. And back there you got about 7, 8 officers, and they got the shackles. So you line up, everybody get on the wall. You get frisked going out. You get frisked all the way down. Then they put your shackles on, and then you gotta do the little walk, the little shackle walk all the way down. You know how you gotta move your legs and maneuver in shackles. So after you do that, we're going down, and they'll do a count as you going out the gate. You're gonna stop by the booth and give a number, your number behind it in line. They're gonna put your name inside that number, and you're gonna go on out. Now, once you get to the end of the gate, they're gonna hand you a shovel, a hoe, a rake, bags, like different times that you go out there, they're gonna hand you different filling tools or agriculture tools or crop growing tools, however you want to put it, but they're gonna hand you these different tools every time. Now, all right, so you gotta walk in these shackles, carrying this hoe, this shovel, like I say, this rake, whatever tool they gave you, you gotta walk about probably about an eighth of a mile, shackled down like that, with COs riding over top of you on horses with shotguns. And you're gonna march all the way out to this field, and you can commence to working in the hottest sun, like super hot sun. They got the same program, just like, okay, take it back to Life, when they was the movie Life, when they was down there and they was doing that shoveling and raking, and the guy come down with water, giving them water breaks and stuff. That's exactly how it is. You don't know how many guys I seen pass out from that heat, and they go sit them inside a hot bus and like we don't get to get on the bus. And this the crazy thing about it, because it's all humiliation. It's all them trying to humiliate you and break your spirit and your character. You know, that's one thing about it is it wasn't a lot of what's the word I'm trying to think of? It wasn't nobody trying to make you better. They was trying to break your character and break your spirit. But you know, if you're coming from a person like me, that you come from that adversity, then the more they add on, it just build more grit and more character. Like okay, you thought this was gonna break me, but man, growing up was worse than this. This is humiliating. To be a modern day slave is definitely humiliating. But you know, like for some of the guys I seen break down and cry, and like some of the stuff that I seen from being a modern day slave, take like it's one thing to come to prison, but to go to prison to be a modern day slave, you didn't sign up for that. You know what I'm saying? And then they grow the food and sell the food and they benefit from it, and you still eat slop all day. And oh man, then the worst part, like a guy like me, if you had your high school diploma, then you got to work the field 2 times a day. I mean that's a bonus because you smart, you get to work it 2 times a day. But like I say, back to the bus, man. You don't know how many guys I seen faint or pass out there in that sun, and they go sit them in a. I'm like they don't rush them in to get no medical attention. They sit them in a bus, on a hot bus, or say you get out there and you don't want to work, then instead of them bringing you back in and putting you in the holding cell where they're supposed to do that, no, they'll put you in this hot bus with the windows up all day. Torture, like straight torture, and they were doing it legally. At least they say it was legally, you know, but straight torture. So, you know, then you got to be out in this field and they got the biggest flies. And man, it's crazy because you would never think that they're going to actually have you. I mean, it's a difference okay, they got a prison named Wateree down here in South Carolina. And Wateree has the biggest farm of every institution in South Carolina. But nobody goes out there shackle and work it. What you know what I mean? Nobody, even though they got the CEOs out there still with the on them with the horses and the shotguns, but that's just case because you can't run because you're in this big field. But there's no way that on a level 3 yard they should be taking you out there to work in the field, shackled down all day like a slave, like a modern day slave. Like that's the real chain gang. Like it's stuff that I done been through in my life that will break a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like I spent 8 solid months in solitary confinement one time, and actually was some of the best times that I did though. To be honest, it's way more. I didn't have to go by none of the rules. It was peaceful. Like to be honest, I got to read all the time. I mean, I got to pray and talk to God a lot. You know, I got to build my relationship with God. I got to study the Word. Like it was some of the best times. Some of the best times I've ever seen. To be honest, and like being in prison, like it was way better than being out there going to that ruckus and yelling and all that screaming and stuff all day that you go through and dealing with all these different individuals and personalities. See, I tell my stories because it's no glory in going to prison. I say this all the time. Anybody ever brag to you about how much time they did, tell them I was free. You feel me? It's no glory. Like all them stories about this and man, ain't no glory in there. Man, you see some of the biggest. I done had the roommates. I done been in the room with some of the biggest, tougher guys, and that night they cry like a baby. Man, I'm ready to go home. Oh man, I miss my girl. Oh man, ain't no glory in that. Yeah, they tough on that rock, but when that door slam at night, man, you hear all kind of crying, man. You hear all kind of crying. You had the biggest, like I say, man, you see the biggest, toughest dude. Man, you see guys that you thought was mentally strong. One day you see them, they in the pill line. They can't cook, they can't take it no more. They in the pill line. Like any youth that watch these videos, you know, and a lot of y'all older guys that still want to be what you used to be. At times you gotta wake up. But to the youth, um, man, don't let them trick you, man. I did. Let them trick me 13 years and something. Don't let them trick you, man. You know what I mean? Don't let them trick you. I did. I did it all. Everything that they want to say. But I ain't never touched no men or nothing like that now. I ain't one never with none of them games. Anybody ever be with me to tell you I'm straight. I ain't never did none of them games. That shit was sickening to me when I was watching it. And I was watching from some niggas that I thought was cool as hell. Till I seen that. But man, don't let nobody trick you in there, man. Straight up. Don't do it. To the youth, don't do it, man. Don't let them trick you. All them stories, you see guys, and I respect guys like Gangster Williams. I love him. To be honest, I love him. OG Percy, I think OG Percy give up some great knowledge at times. Sometimes he glorifies stuff that he shouldn't, because at his age he shouldn't be glorifying it the way that he act, make it seem like it's still cool. But I like him. He pretty cool, pretty cool guy. I watch a lot of these guys. I seen a lot of these guys come out here and tell prison stories for fame, and ain't no fame in going to prison. You know what I mean? But that was my story about when I was a modern day slave. And like I say, ain't no glory in prison. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, share. I'm gonna drop a lot of stories, but mine got morals and tell you why it ain't cool. This ain't for the cool thing. Cause ain't no cool in it. But like I say, hit the like and subscribe, and I thank y'all for taking up your time. Thank you.